Before you pay to see Detective Pikachu, revisit the first time he quick attacked your wallet for a film that used to delight your inner child and now will just embarrass your outer adult.
Oh, no!
Pokemon, the first movie. Mewtwo strikes back. Any more titles there, movie? Want to throw an Electric Boogaloo in for good measure?
Pikachu.
No? Okay. You got swept up in the Pokemania of the late 90s. And if you didn't, this probably ain't for you, Chief.
Sure.
Because they're not wasting any time explaining what this place is,
No.
who these people are,
Nope.
or why that cat has a Brooklyn accent.
The last time you cooked, you wiped out 8 of my 9 lives.
To be fair, not even the superfans are sure about that one. So if you need a crash course on all things Poke, it's about child runaways who make their animal slaves beat each other unconscious. But don't worry,
Animal
they
slaves.
like it, allegedly. Meet Ash, an idiot who's constantly on the verge of death.
An idiot. Pretty much.
Pika.
Misty, an idiot who's constantly nagging.
Oh, Ash, you haven't done a thing all day. Are you sure this boat's safe? Can't Charizard move any quicker?
And Brock, an idiot who's constantly horny.
She's cute. They just keep getting more beautiful every time I see them. She's really small, but really pretty.
Together with an adorable merchandising opportunity,
Pikachu.
this not-so-elite four will bumble into a secret fighting tournament/world domination plot that will make everyone say, huh? But nothing can prepare them for Mewtwo, a psychic clone who's weak to bug types and existential crises.
Who am I?
He's got a plan to liberate Pokemon from their human masters that sounds pretty reasonable, actually, until he starts killing everyone.
Yeah.
Want to keep kids from siding with a villain who's in the right? Gotta kill 'em all. Try not to hurt yourself in the confusion, because the franchise all about Pokemon fights comes out hard against Pokemon fights. Because when they're beating each other up to see who's the strongest, it's fine. But when they're beating each other up to settle who's the strongest once and for all, it's suddenly not fine?
Pokemon aren't meant to fight. Not like this.
Now I
Not
can
like
see
this.
how horrible fighting really is.
I've got one word for you, movie. So buckle up for yet another crappy video game movie based on a great video game franchise that may not be the best introduction to Pokemon, anime, or even Pokemon anime.
Yeah.
But the soundtrack is a perfect crash course in early 2000s pop music. Britney, Christina, NSYNC, and 98 Degrees? Wow, I should really just watch Spirited Away instead.
It wouldn't be such a bad idea.
Oh, man.
Starring
That was cool.
Ash, Cash, or Rapidash. No one rides for free. I like jorts. They're tiny and difficult to wear. Brock Hard, Meowcom X, Garfield and Friends, and Jordan Peele's Us. Pokemon, the first movie you saw when you were 8. I wonder if the subbed version makes more sense.
ありがとう。ありがとう。あなたの涙。
Nope.
Nope.
So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. Now, your email said this was going to be about Pokemon? What is that? Well, it's
Pokemon.
pronounced Pokemon. Oh, okay, and what the heck is that? You've never heard of Pokemon? No, never heard of it, but I imagine you're going to explain that in the movie for people like me? No. Oh, you're not? Yeah, no, we're just going to dive right
No.
in, because kids already know what's up. Oh, I feel bad for any parents that are going to watch this. Oh, yeah, they're definitely going to hate this. Wow, so what is Pokemon? It's this super popular TV show and card game and video game where these Pokemon creatures battle each other. Oh, yeah, sounds like a movie's the next logical product in that lineup. Exactly. So Pokemon actually
Pretty
means
much.
pocket monsters, and all these trainers have these little monsters in their pockets that they fight with. Oh, having a monster in your pocket is tight. Ugh. Oh, that sounded weird, didn't it? A little bit. And I should mention that these Pokemon are actually in balls. They're not just loose in your pockets. Oh, having balls is... Never mind. So anyway, yeah, trainers run around and catch Pokemon and make them battle each other. I don't know if I'm into this concept, to be honest. It sounds kind of silly. You'll be able to sell a a whole lot of toys if we make this. Oh, I freaking love this idea. Okay, keep going. Okay, so anyway, the main character is this guy, Ash. And what's his deal? Well, he wants to be the very best, like no one ever was. Okay. And to catch them is his real test. To train them is his cause. Are you rhyming? Nope, and he'll travel across the land searching far and wide, right? And, you know, teach Pokemon to understand the power that's inside. Okay, you're definitely rhyming. Yeah, you got me. That's the theme song. But to be fair, it's also the extent of the character development he'll get in the movie. Oh, it is? Yeah, and he also has these friends, Misty and Brock. Oh, Misty, huh? What's her deal? She's gonna be in the movie. Okay, and what about Brock? There as well. Fantastic. So Ash has this favorite Pokemon called Pikachu who shoots lightning and says his own name all the time. Okay. And before the movie even starts, I figure we could give him his own little 20-minute movie called Pikachu's Vacation. What? Why would we do that? Well, to be honest, the actual movie itself is just gonna kind of be an extended episode of Pokemon, and even by stretching it super thin, I'm only at 70 minutes. Oh, okay, so by slapping a 20-minute thing at the beginning, we can justify putting this in theaters? Exactly, that's like 90 minutes, like a real movie. So what happens in the short? Not much. Oh, yeah, a couple of little games, a couple of little conflicts. Sometimes we'll just kind of cut away to a screensaver for a while. Just some lighthearted stuff. I mean, sure, that sounds like it'll fill up some time and sell some toys. It sure will, and then the actual movie's gonna start, and we're gonna meet a, you know, omnipotent murder clone going through a homicidal existential crisis. Oh my god, you really switched the tone there. That's jarring. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie. So anyway, yeah, these scientists made a super clone of a very rare Pokemon called Mew, and they called him Mewtwo. Okay. And the evil humans want to run tests on him, so he's like, nope, and kills them all with an explosion. Yikes. Oh, and he's a psychic too. Oh, he is? Yeah, so this way he can spout exposition the whole movie, and we don't have to spend money animating his mouth. Oh, you're a greedy little genius. I love you. So then to fill up some more time, we're gonna have another evil human try to take advantage of him, and once again he'll be like, nope, and kill him with an explosion. Doing things twice but slightly different is a good way to fill up time. Yeah, it is. In fact, I'd even say that doing things a second time but with a slight variation is a fantastic way to pad your runtime. I agree with that as well. So what else happens in the movie? Well, then we're gonna meet up with the main characters who, as I mentioned, are in this movie, and they get a mysterious invitation to a tournament on an island. Okay. But then when they get to the harbor, there's a giant storm and the ferry to the island is canceled. Oh, so what do? Well, the bad guys, Team Rocket, pretend to be Vikings and give them a ride on a boat to the island, because they want to get to the tournament too. Team Rocket? Who are they? Well, they're Jesse and James, and they have a talking Pokemon called Meowth. How come their Pokemon can talk? Unclear. Well, okay then. Anyway, Ash is gonna crack a joke about Vikings mostly living in Minnesota. Oh, is this taking place on Earth? No, technically it's taking place in Pokemon World, but I think we're really gonna want this Minnesota Vikings joke. So Minnesota technically doesn't exist? No, but I think we're gonna want this joke in there. I mean, okay, it sounds like you think it's really funny. I do think that, yes. So then what happens? Well, then the boat tips, but they manage to make it to the island along with some other super determined trainers. Okay. But then Mewtwo shows up like, guess what? I made that storm, and this whole tournament was a setup. Oh, a setup for what? Well, he wants to use the storm to wipe out life on the planet, and he wants to use their Pokemon to make an army of clones. Why does he need an army if he's wiping out the planet with the storm? Because that works. So then he makes super clones of all their Pokemon. Oh boy. But then this little Mew comes out, and he's like, the real strength of Pokemon doesn't come from their powers, it comes from their heart. Oh, I mean, okay. And so Mewtwo is like, okay, I'll take all their abilities away using my powers and have them fight hand to hand. Sure, yeah, why not? And so all the Pokemon start fighting their clones, and all the main characters realize that fighting is bad. You know, one by one they realize that. It's gonna take a while, okay? And so Ash is gonna sacrifice himself because of how much he hates fighting now, and he's gonna die. I guess that makes sense and is also sad. It's super sad. So then all the Pokemon and their clones start crying. The evil super clones cry? They do, and then all the Pokemon tears bring Ash back to life. Oh, what's the thinking there? Well, I figure it's a good lesson for kids to learn, you know. If you cry hard enough, your deceased loved ones will come back to life. That's not true. Yes, it is. When I was a kid, my goldfish died, and I cried so hard that he came back to life in a plastic bag that my dad brought home after work. Kinda sounds like your dad just bought you a new goldfish. No, my tears brought him back to life. I don't know about that. Death isn't permanent. So anyway, then Mewtwo takes all his clones and pieces out because he learns that fighting's bad. Where are they going? I don't know. And so what's the moral of the story here? That fighting is bad? That's right. But it sounds like the entire basis of this property is Pokemon fighting each other. It's gonna be hard to make more stuff if that's the lesson we're learning. Sure. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yes, as Mewtwo's flying away, he's gonna wipe everyone's memories and send them back in time to before any of this happens. So they forget the entire movie and the lesson they learned? Exactly. So the property's safe and they can keep keep fighting and nobody's ever really dead if you cry enough. Well, okay then. And so yeah, that's about
cry
it. Well,
enough.
great. I mean, it kind of sounds like a movie and it's gonna help us sell a lot of merchandise. Yeah, it will. I mean, we have to cash in while Pokemon is still popular. For sure, we gotta strike while the iron is hot. It's not like we can still milk this property 20 years from now.
So on Netflix, you have the updated CGI version of this movie, which is Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution. Same movie, except it's all CGI. So, like, you know, think of like DreamWorks or Pixar did a Pokemon movie for some reason. Now it's all CGI. And it looks cool. It plays the same, actually, now that I think about it. I watched it with my son. Again, I told you, my son, Logan, the youngest, he's into Pokemon like strong. He's really upset with me because I haven't bought him any new Pokemon cards lately. But you can't find them anywhere. You can find them on Amazon, but I'm afraid he'll get a bunch of duplicates and maybe even cards that aren't real. I'm waiting for them to get in the stores, at GameStop or wherever, so I can get them some more. If you know a better place to get them, let me know in the comments, please, because he is like on my head about getting these Pokemon cards. But we watched this together. It was fun. I mean, it's always fun when I watch stuff with my kids anyway, especially when it's, you know, like anime or Pokemon or superhero movies, whatever the case. It's always fun to see their expressions and what they know and what they remember about the movies and TV shows. So we watched this, and it was actually pretty fun. It was actually a fun experience to watch it again. I watched it when it did first come out back in '98, and it was fun then for me because I was into Pokemon cards like strong. I wish I kept them because I'd probably be making some money right now, hearing about how Charizard cards were banking like $200,000+. Crazy stuff. So yeah, I wish I kept my cards. These were funny. Now the Honest trailers was pretty funny. The pitch meeting was really funny. I don't know if I could choose one though. Like that was an earlier pitch meeting, sort of. Like when was I don't even remember when that came out. But the Honest trailer, you know, it felt like what Honest trailers feel like. You know, just, you know, riffing on the trailer. But I like how pitch meetings was able to speak to other things, especially the goldfish piece for Writer Guy, just saying how his goldfish came back because he cried a lot, and if you cry a lot, your deceased loved ones will come back to life, and death isn't permanent. Hilarious the way that he goes about that, riffing on the movie, but using it in his own experience, Writer Guy at least. Which one did you enjoy? Let me know in the comments as always, because I want to know your thoughts, which one you preferred and why. And if you were into Pokemon, if you were, or if you are because of your kids, or if you are because you just like to continue to collect them, let me know. Big shout out as always to my subscribers, you guys, and my members. I love you guys. Thank you for coming back each and every day and supporting the channel in any way that you do, whether it's hitting that subscribe button or monetarily. I really appreciate it. Also, big shout out to my Hyper Crew members, Brian Tidwell, Steve O, and Slepnir. Thank you so much for choosing that tier. You get a verbal shout out in every video. While you're still here, check out some of our most popular videos on the channel. You can also see our most recent reaction right over there as well. If you've seen all that, I'll see you guys in the comments and we can talk about Pokemon.